Dirty data getting you down? Let me show you a few hacks on how to clean up your data quickly. I'll take it a step further and I'll throw in a free template in the comments that you can use to shortcut the process. The easiest way to fix up your data is just to remember the acronym CLEAN. Correct errors, locate inconsistencies, eliminate duplicates, assure completeness, and normalize data. Each one of the tabs in my template will correspond to one of these letters, so you can see real-world examples and have the exact solution to use if you had come across one of these situations. Let's break down each of these steps. First up, C for correct errors. Data errors can range from simple spelling mistakes to inconsistencies in data entry, formatting errors, or even incorrect data linkages. For example, imagine a customer database where the spelling of the same city varies due to human error. New York might also be written as NY by one person or NYC by another. This is an error that can easily confuse your systems, affecting reporting and business decisions. To correct these, I'm going to show you a two-step process. In my example, we have a list of different fruit that staff members have keyed into our system. In a small dataset like my example, it may be easy to scan through them and find errors, but in the real world, you may have hundreds or thousands of rows of data that you cannot scan through so easily. So step one, we want to find all the unique values. To make it even easier on ourselves, we also want to automatically sort these values alphabetically, so it's easier for us to then scan through the list and spot errors. In this video, I won't be breaking down the exact formulas I use, as you can just use my templates to get the results you need. But if you do get stuck or need a hand with any of the formulas, just drop a comment below and I'll happily explain exactly how they all work. The key thing to remember here is that this is more about learning the process of how to find and eliminate dirty data, because there are multiple different ways and multiple different formulas to get the desired result once you understand the process. Now that we've been able to find the incorrect values more easily, we want to create a column next to these values. Here, we will add the correct value we want to replace the dirty data with. I'll show you exactly why we do this in the next step of our clean process, L for locate. We will get to that in a moment, but if you are new here or this is your second or more video, I have something called the virtual high five, which means if you are getting value from these videos and you have watched 2 or more, all I ask is that you hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, as while I make these videos free to watch, it does take my time and energy to put them together. So if you've watched 2 or more videos, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're finding it useful, give me that virtual high five. Now, back to L for locate inconsistencies. Inconsistent data can arise from different data sources, changing data entry processes, the use of different data formats, or most commonly, different people inputting the data in the first place. Imagine a hospital with records from different departments where patient ages are listed in years in one system and for some crazy reason are in days in another. In the last step, I showed you how to create a list of these inconsistencies. Now I will show you how to get Google Sheets to locate them in your original data and repair them with the replacement values you created. Remember the table I had you create in the last step with the errors on the left and the corrections on the right? Well, in this step, my template is going to locate all those errors and fix them automatically for you. On the left in column A is a copy of our original data with the errors in it, and in the right in column C, the template has automatically gone through and fixed them all using the powerful X lookup formula. As an added bonus, I also threw in the T7 value that shouldn't be there at all. You can see how the template has highlighted it for you to warn you that it needs deleting. With the templates in these first 2 tabs, you can easily hunt out bad data and have the template fix it for you right away with minimal effort. The next tool in our kit is the E for eliminate duplicates. This is one of the most common issues in large datasets. Let's say you're an online retailer that maintains a customer database. A customer might have made multiple purchases, creating multiple records with slightly varying details. These are essentially duplicate entries, and they need to be eliminated to prevent redundancy. I'm going to show you 2 examples here of how to find and remove these duplicates, the easy way and the advanced way. In my first simple example, we have a list of email addresses that we think may have duplicates in, but we aren't sure. Yes, we could use the remove duplicates function in Google Sheets or Excel, but sometimes for different business reasons, it's important you identify these duplicates before deleting them. In this first example, we will use the COUNT-IF formula to scan through column A and count how many times each email address is found. Once we know which cells have 2 or more results, we could quickly filter and delete the duplicates out. Sometimes though, targeting just one column like this is not enough. In my second, more advanced example, this is the case, because we can have the same email up to 2 times. Once for the customer using their home address for purchases, and once if they use the same email address but are purchasing for a business. Simply deleting all the duplicates would leave us with 1 of 2 addresses at random, which just wouldn't be correct. In this case, we are going to create a third column known as a working column, which we are going to use to help solve this issue. You can see my working column in column G of the template. Here we are using the concatenate formula to first combine the email and the address into a single cell. Then in column I, we can run the same COUNT-IF formula we used last time on the newly created data. Now we have an accurate result on which rows are actually duplicates of the combination email and address fields, and we can clean them out. Jumping ahead, we are up to A for assure completeness. Incomplete data can seriously hamper data analysis and decision making. For instance, in a database of potential business leads, missing email addresses or contact numbers can drastically affect your outreach efforts. Assuring completeness involves checking for any missing, or sometimes known as null, values. We're going to check your dataset and try and fill them in with correct and reliable data. To help speed up the process for you, this step of my template automatically finds all the empty cells in your data on the left and highlights them in corresponding columns on the right. All you need to do to make this formula work is fill in the highlighted cell to tell the template how many rows you wanted to check on the left for missing values. Once the template has identified all these missing bits of data, you can use the filters to isolate them and fix them back up. As you do, the template will automatically remove the missing tag for you so you can keep track of where you've got to. Last but certainly not least, we have N for normalized data. Normalization is the process of taking inconsistent data formats and bringing them in line to follow one specific convention. This is particularly crucial for running accurate reports and any values related to health and safety aspects of your business. Imagine if you are loading a shipping container that has a maximum weight allowance of 60,000 pounds, but due to inconsistent data in your system, you accidentally load it with 60,000 kgs instead. For those of you paying attention, you've just doubled the allowable weight by accident, as 60,000 kgs is closer to 120,000 pounds. Let's jump back to my template so I can show you an example and how the template will fix this for you. The first problem we have is that the unit of measure is in the same cell as the weight value. This makes it difficult for us to check which rows are kgs and which are pounds. It also makes it difficult for us to apply any sort of conversion factor, because right now Google Sheets is treating the column like text, not a number that we can perform a calculation on. So first thing, we are going to use the split formula to use the space in between the 2 values and separate them into 2 different columns. With that done, moving over to column F, we now use a clever if statement to search through the list of units. If the unit is kgs, then we multiply it by the yellow highlighted conversion factor. Following this process, we have now normalized all the weights to a single unit of measure. Once again, if you take only one thing away from this video, keep in mind, data cleaning is more about the process you use to find and eliminate issues rather than specific formulas. In essence, data cleaning using the C.L.E.A.N acronym approach is all about enhancing the quality of your data for more accurate analysis and decision making. It's worth noting that data cleansing is not a one-time task, but rather an ongoing process to continually maintain the health of your data. This is where the power of templates like the one I've shared with you comes in. By creating a repeatable process, you can quickly clean data over and over instead of having to go through and manually clean the data line by line or using tools like find and replace. Data cleansing might seem like a complex process, but remember, with the huge amounts of data generated in today's digital world, the impact of unclean data can be devastating. A small typo or a missing entry can lead to misinterpretations that might cost millions of dollars or even risk people's safety, especially in areas like healthcare or aviation. Now, having understood the significance and process of data cleansing, you might ask yourself, how often should it be done? Well, the answer depends on how frequently your data changes. For dynamic data sets that are updated often, regular cleansing should be conducted. Personally, I'd recommend looking into middleware tools that can clean the data for you on a regular basis on autopilot. If you would like a list of those tools, just drop a comment below and I'll help you out. On the other hand, if your data is more static, less frequent data cleansing may be acceptable. In this case, a few clever Google Sheet templates may be all you need. So to recap, the C.L.E.A.N process stands for correct errors, locate inconsistencies, eliminate duplicates, assure completeness, and normalize data. By following these steps, you can ensure that your data is clean, reliable, and ready to deliver the insights you need to make accurate, effective decisions. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Until next time, scale smarter.